Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to A Toy Kind of Mood. This is episode number 65. I'm your host, Kevin Wish, as in I wish somebody else was hosting. Yuck. You know. Today we are going to cover all things NECA and Toy Fair. Happy Toy Fair 2022 to you, my co-host, Michael Valade and Kevin J. Johnson. How are you guys doing today?
We are good. I'm good.
Good. Awesome. How are you, KJ?
Doing good, man. I'm always down talking toys with the kind of mood bros. Let's roll.
A little blustery out here in LA today, but we're inside, warm. I'm sure it's a lot colder out there in Massachusetts, Michael.
Today was actually surprisingly freaking nice. I went to hit the comic shop and I threw on everything that I would have worn 2 days ago. I got 3 feet down the street. I was like, what the is going on here? I'm like, I have to go back, take off the coat. It won't last though, so that'll be over in like a day or two, and then we'll have a snowstorm. You know.
Yeah.
East Coast for the win.
The center of the country is getting walloped though right now and stuff. So at least we're on the coasts enjoying some nice weather. Anyway, talking Toy Fair, let's talk about leaks for the moment. Apparently, we got some new Mattel leaks, and we got a lot of leaks coming in, like just every single day. Mattel leaks we got was for Wave 6 of the Revelations figures, which I believe, Michael, you collect those. KJ, do you collect the Revelations?
I do now. King Grayskull got me into it, and so I've been trying to grab everything else so far. They're great. I prefer those to the Marvel Legends form factor. I prefer the diaphragm to the ab crunch. So
yeah. They're really cool. I jumped into them because it's kind of like a little bit of a reimagining to the classic ones that we had when we were kids. And I guess Mattel's showing Hasbro that you don't really have to charge $24.99 to make an in-house property, and you can still give
right on
good product to the consumer, because they have not gone up yet. The deluxe ones are a little pricey; they're $29.99, but the regular standard releases are still $19.99, and they're holding strong.
So they're really nice.
They really are.
Yeah,
the Wave
I like
6
them.
Revelations reveals we got Frosta, Sunman, Battle Armor, He-Man, and Jitsu. They just basically didn't show any mock-ups. They just said the rumored wave of what Wave 6 would be. But the funny thing is about that is they gleaned over what Wave 5 is going to be. And our host with the most, Travis Moody and Robert Bahar, we had all gone to PowerCon last September, and we got to see the in-box of Wave 5, but we don't know the actual characters. It's as you know, King Grayskull, which they put up the pre-order for in Target. I pre-ordered one of those. KJ is supposed to come in September.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, I believe it was September. So he's part of Wave 5. They didn't actually put up the rest of them, but She-Ra, and then He-Man from that new Netflix, the children's Netflix show. You know what I'm talking about. I've seen one episode of it. We're not I don't believe that we're the general audience, that they're their target audience. But I've seen
Definitely
it.
not.
It's not for me. But I believe they're going to do a He-Man from that wave. And then the last character I heard that they may do is a Horde character. Could possibly be Hordak. I know that they've done some mock-ups of Grizzlord Catra as well. So we'll see. That remains to be seen. But that should be Wave 5, and then those will be Wave 6, the Frosta, Sunman, Battle Armor, He-Man, and Jitsu. And then they also showed off of Origins Wave 9, Whiplash, King Randor, mini comic Trapjaw, which we all knew we were getting. We already saw pictures of those because he was actually revealed at PowerCon as well. And then a character called Digitino, who I believe is part of the Lords of Power, the Sunman. The Sunman wave, but there's a name for it. It's Sunman and
I guess it's Rulers of the Sun. There's something around. Yeah,
Rulers of the Sun. Digitino, I believe he's like into computers. He's like a hacker or something like that. I don't really know his history. And then a mystery figure plus a Zora creature set. It's an Entertainment Earth and a Big Bad Toy Store retailer, a shared exclusive for them. Those are those leaks. There's also a leak of a McFarlane figure. There's that Flash figure. I don't know the exact name of it. KJ, what was the name of that?
Godspeed, one of the evil speedsters.
McFarlane had sent that out, and then we just got a leak a little while ago of what the actual figures are supposed to look like from Wave 6 classified. We've got Tomax and Zaymot and Stalker. and then we also saw the 3-pack of the Vipers. So I think it's 2 standard Vipers and 1 Viper that's got like the gold
The
faceplate.
officer, yes. Mhm.
So that I believe they said would be a Target exclusive. The other ones, the Stalker and the Tomax and Zaymont, they said would just be open to all retailers.
Mm.
If I'm not
Okay.
mistaken, I believe that's what Emily and Lenny had said in their last stream about the Vipers. Either way, I do believe it'll probably be an easy get
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
yeah. Now let's move on to talking about the Toy Fair, NECA, amongst other things, but primarily NECA. Boy, it was a lot of stuff that NECA went and dropped on us all at once. It was so
For real.
much, primarily Ninja Turtles. They did throw in some Predator and some Gremlins in there as well. And I believe they showed a few monsters too. But right now we're here to talk about Turtles. Turtles behind me, Turtles behind you. So yesterday I put up the pre-orders for the Crooked Ninja Turtle gang and Zach and Smash and the Rock Soldier. I did skip it because with how deep they're going into the NECA line, I can't justify, like, because if I only collected Turtles like behind me, if I only collected that, I'd get every single thing. But it's just that, you know, showing KJ's what you got behind you and what you've got behind you, Michael, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of space. I live in an apartment. It's a big apartment, but I live in an apartment. Even if I had a house, I'd eventually run out of room if I just bought every single thing that I want. So
For sure.
yeah, I'm skipping it. But what about you guys? Are you guys interested in that? What about those 2-packs that they showed off that they put up for pre-order yesterday? What do you think, Michael?
Oh, I was pretty excited about that one. We knew that one, those were coming. It's nice that we got another open pre-order. Those are the only way that I get my Toon Turtles at this point, outside of other folks that are kind enough to help me out. Yeah, excited. At most, I'm gonna probably just grab 2 of the little army builder packs, and then the set of the Zach and Smash. And yeah, I'm excited for those. I'm excited for those. I'm sure it won't be till probably like the fall, September, or October, until we actually get them.
Yeah, that's probably the shipping date they said.
Yeah, but I do really dig with them I pay for it, and then that box arrives like half a year or so later, and it's pretty nice. I'm very excited about that set though.
Right? You just buy it, and then it shows up on your doorstep. What about you, KJ? You're not into the line?
I love the line. It's just that it was around definitely 2020, like when it caught my attention. It was just like chasing a windmill. It was like I couldn't get my hands on it. I think
it's hard.
Yeah, exactly. Like basically just helping out Ronnie, fellow alumnus of Toy Kind of Mood, and sending him those figures. It's like I got to stay away from these because I can't get it. I'm racing this virus. It was bad enough being a Joe hunter. I don't know how y'all got all those Toon figs, man. I couldn't do it. Just even getting the stuff from the movie. Thank goodness for the Secret of the Use stuff that we'll probably touch on later, perhaps. But no, I'm just strictly the movie TMNT. That's all I can find. I can't even find those. It's like
they're tough. I did see you did jump on that Super Shredder, correct?
Yes. Yeah. So hopefully that'll be coming in from Walmart. I was able to get some foot soldiers from a chat member from another one of my groups. So slowly but surely, yeah. But the
was that the Secret of the Use Shredder?
The Secret of the Use Super Shredder. There was a link
nice.
on.
By the time I had gotten into the chat that day, it was already gone. So I wasn't sure what it was. Oh, nice.
I'll keep a lookout for you. I'll see if we can try to get you one of those.
Yeah, I've seen him in the store a couple times already, Michael. If you need one, I can pick one up for you.
Yeah. It's
the one with the one with the flower.
It's just the one that looks like a mutant Shredder. Like he's like
I've got
he's all really yoked and stuff, and like he looks like he's got like zombie eyes.
Okay. I think I had that one.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's you can find it.
I thought this was the, because it had been pulled. This was the Secret of the Ooze Shredder that they announced like last year that had the big flower chunk with it and a slightly different variation on the 2 or 3 that are already out.
I see what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the mutant Super Shredder. Yeah.
Okay. Nice. That's awesome.
So Yeah, the movie figures. They did announce. They announced the Ultimate Casey Jones. KJ, are you down to get that? They should. They said what he looks like.
I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to. Well, that's the tune Casey Jones, right?
No, the actual
Mirage.
the movie Casey Jones. They actually showed what he looks like in box. The old, and it's got the likeness of Elias.
Elias Koteas, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one that's already been out for a little bit.
There's a farm set, but I think
The farm
you're
set
referring
is
to
the
an
one
ultimate.
The farm set's
ultimate
coming
version.
out soon, but the ultimate version of Casey Jones, is that out? I haven't seen that actually.
Yes.
That's
That
out.
one's been out for a bit, and I've never seen one, nor have I gotten my hands on it yet myself. But I have seen plenty of people that have gotten it. But
yeah.
you know, in most of our cases, when it comes to going to the store looking for turtles, we rarely actually see them in the store.
Yeah, I have a higher likelihood of finding a real life Pokemon at this point. We'll see what happens. Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Last Ronin. So there's a couple Last Ronins that have come out. There's the Playmates one, which Travis is actually very happy that he waited on that one, because then 2 days later NECA went and announced their Last Ronin figure, which for a few dollars more, it looks really cool.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm rather ignorant of the story of the Last Ronin, but I did research it.
What? An interruption? Here? Shocking. Look, real quick, K-Wish killing it. He's doing a fantastic job. As always, KJ and Michael Valade, just chef's kiss. However, Last Ronin, I gotta just jump in here because yes, I am reading it. And yes, killer story. The Playmates version of this figure is an abomination to all that is holy. Sorry, Playmates. I love your figures. Love the Ninja Turtles. Love the Turtles. What happened? NECA. Game over. That's just it. It's just game over. I'm going to go back to my spinning chair now, and you can go back to this episode because these guys are nailing it. However, I had to... It's Mikey. It is. If you're not reading this, just go read it. Just go read it. It's Michelangelo. He's the Last Ronin. He's serious. He's revenge against the Foot. So good. Such tragic deaths. Go read it. And then go pre-order the NECA. All right. Back to the show. I'm going to go back to spinning in my chair now.
So I can't sit here and claim to know a lot about it. I just know that the Turtles die, and then Michelangelo's got to take up the mantle. He's got all of their weapons, and then it's like, what makes Michelangelo serious for a change? Maybe both of you can shed some light on the story of the Last Ronin, and which version are you guys into? Are you getting the Playmates or the NECA version, or if you're getting one at all? KJ.
I will probably be getting neither. I think the Last Ronin is a cool concept for a story. I did not know that it was Michelangelo's story. Spoiler alert, but that's
spoiler.
Okay. But it's cool as just like the Old Man Logan, Old Man Hawkeye spin on that as an epilogue of this Turtle saga. It definitely looks cool. I just had to be choosy. There's a reason I had to stay so focused on just the movie figures, because as I posted in chat, I tried getting the 1990 movie Turtles. They were knockoffs from China, and I was so deflated from that. So I just had to be really careful and not let my excitement get the better of me. But kudos to everyone picking up the Last Ronin. It looks super dope for real.
He does. He looks really cool. Michael, are you going to be getting either the Last Ronins, the Playmates, or the NECA version?
The Playmates one, I thought it's cool that they were doing it. They were getting like a newer character in a Playmates format. Packaging and stuff looks cool. I didn't think the character, I don't do Playmates, so it wasn't really for me. But then they showed the Chase artist version. It looked a lot closer to Michael Dooney's actual artwork. And I was like, if this had been the actual retail release that I could guarantee to get, I might have grabbed that because I thought the black and white looked really cool.
Yeah.
But it's a Chase, so I didn't want the regular one that bad, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Definitely the NECA one though.
That NECA
Definitely the
one.
next one.
Yeah,
To be, yeah, beautiful piece. Pre-order that one for sure.
really nice. Yeah. Speaking of Playmates, that was I know we're not really doing too much haul, but I did get this in today. Never had this as a kid. This is the reissue of
That's
the
awesome.
Blimp. Reason I got it is because it's the Blimp and it's not the van, and so it doesn't really have to scale properly with the Toon NECA turtles that I have. Because I could just have Donatello sitting on it, and he can hang it, and he'll fit, on that. And I can just hang it from the ceiling above my turtles display over there. And then the other one's little ropes, and you can have the turtles hanging off of it. If it was the van, obviously the van's for my giant turtle.
The Blimp works really good for that with those. Out of somebody that I follow on Twitter, his display, he got the same thing, and he's got them like hanging down to the Toon cityscape and all that, and it looks really like on point. So yeah, it definitely works. Good call.
Excited for it. I don't know, I just felt like a kid again when I got this in from Walmart. I was just like, oh my god, my Blimp is here, I can't wait. And so that's what I'm going to do later on after
awesome.
Go set up my Blimp. Feel like a 5-year-old. So yeah, lots to cover with turtles. So now I guess that's Last Ronin. They're doing some Mirage figures. They showed off a character named Renee. I believe that's how you pronounce her name. She's from one. I've never heard of her. I don't know who she is. The figure looks cool, really cool.
Yeah.
I just don't collect the Mirage figures. I don't know if either of you do.
I have never gotten any of the Mirage figures in the past, but yeah, she first appeared in like issue 8 of the original Turtles run, and it was the issue that had Cerebus crossing over in it. And she's like this time jumper type of thing, which brings in a character from a completely different indie black and white comic into the Turtles, and it was a super badass little story. So yeah, I was pretty shocked when I saw her. It was just like, that's like super cool to see that character right out of the gate. I'm like, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got her.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
We got her. We got Fugitoid also coming out too. That's a Mirage character that they're doing.
He looks spectacular, dude.
He does look fantastic, and I do kind of know who Fugitoid is, but again, I'm like, it's like mixing all these lines. I just don't know if I can do it. And also, like Fugitoid, I primarily, as you know, I'm an animated guy, so I only collect the ones from the animated series. He does look cool. He would probably shoehorn very well into my animated collection, but again, there's just so much that NECA's doing that it's hard to keep up, and also my wallet can't keep up with it, nor can my space. Then there's the Archie Comics ones that they're doing. They're doing Slash, Ray Fillet, and Man Ray, which is interesting because Randy Falk went on record and said he'll never do a Ray Fillet. He hates the character. He said he'll never do a Ray Fillet animated figure, but what he left out is that he is doing a Ray Fillet Archie Comics figure. So I don't know what he has against the animated version of Ray Fillet, but I'll probably pick that because it's either get that one or get the the $125,000 Super 7 Ray Fillet figure, which is a lot, and so like that scale also doesn't really quite fit in with the NECA animated line. Sometimes you can actually get the Super 7 ones on Amazon. Sometimes they're a little bit cheaper. I know that Robert was able to get Donatello for like I think $30. Not too bad of a deal. I would pay $30 for that. And then they're also doing the Mutanimals, Jaguar and Dreadmon. I didn't know a lot about them. I was researching them. Apparently, they got an interesting story. They joined forces with Wingnut and Screwloose and Leatherhead in South America, and there's a whole storyline in the Archie Comics that April O'Neil went down there to interview some chief of some tribe or some. Hey, Oliver. He actually. Oh, look, it's a live Pokemon.
Hey, look at that.
Gotta catch them all.
It's the very best, like no one ever was.
Oliver decided to join us. So there's a Demon Null and his robotic henchmen. They went and murdered all the Mutanimals. They look really cool. I don't know, Michael, I know you're interested in them. I'm interested in them too because they're just they're weird. They're goofy.
Yeah, very cool looking characters.
About Ninja Turtles, it's such a goofy thing.
Yes.
Like especially the animated series, it's such just like a zany I mean, like this is like these are some zany characters.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, come on.
Yeah. It was
No,
probably
they're
like
no
the
joke.
last piece of the puzzle of me growing up as a kid. Like, you know, just like that was a lot like because like I was 11 when Ninja Turtles came out, and I was kind of like phasing out of toys, but I still did think they were cool, and like their whole, you know, they're teenagers and they're turtles and they're ninjas.
Yeah, they're freaking ninjas.
Yeah, it's awesome. But
Yeah, the Archie comics were really cool because they were, you know, you had them on newsstands. Like that's where a lot of kids first found out about the turtles outside of the cartoon. And it was totally just as zany, if not crazier, than what you were getting in the cartoon. And so it's really cool seeing them go so far in.
they're going deep.
I'm not sure if I'm necessarily going to, you know, pick up every single thing, but like Ray Fillet, it's just like, oh, that's awesome. Slash, that's really cool. I don't have a Toon Slash at the moment, so he'll fit in.
Yeah, the Toon Slash came with Casey.
Yeah,
There was a tease,
or
KJ,
Leatherhead.
with they showed some kind of like golf bag with Casey's mask, and it looked like it was a Toon thing. I don't think it was a movie thing. Do you remember?
It's the Mirage one.
It's the Mirage one. Okay. All right. So I mean, that'll remain to be seen. Along with the what else did they show? They showed Usagi Yojimbo with that screen. I guess that's a dimensional portal that he came through. And they also showed him within the diorama of the Ninja Turtles living room. It's interesting that they showed that because it makes people wonder, is that the diorama that they've been hinting at that we're going to get? I don't think so. I would think it's probably just like when you go to Comic-Con, you know how they do those displays, and it's like made by somebody. I don't think that that's actually what they're going to be. It would be cool if that's what they're selling to us, but
did you see the Veebs Whoosh interview?
I did not.
Because toward the end, oh man, now I'm gonna forget the other guy's name, and I'm gonna feel bad.
Was
He's
it Kevin
awesome.
Eastman?
No, the guy from NECA that did the interview
Randy.
with
Randy.
me.
Oh,
Not
no.
Randy.
The other guy, I don't know his name either. I'm sorry.
I'm totally zoning out. I apologize. But he's awesome. And right toward the end, he's talking to Veebs about his shelf. And he kept alluding to, you know, it would look really nice underneath that display. As if, you know, you might have to build yourselves down lower. You might have to go maybe subterranean, underground, if you will. And he was saying, making little comments like that were just kind of helping push the narrative of the potential of that happening. But then there was the other little leak or a potential hidden thing, that message that they were doing, that makes you kind of wonder, well, what are you going to do first?
Knowing NECA, they'll probably do them both simultaneously. You know what? Yeah. Fuck you, collector. Here you go. And you want to know what, Michael? You know what they'll do? They'll put them both up for pre-order, pay for them now, and you know when you're going to get them next year.
And they're going to throw up a re-release of the Toon diorama just to spite me at the exact same time.
They will. Yeah, Gabby's gonna be like, so why is there a $750 charge on our card for
right
to NECA?
You know, she was like, those better be Gremlins.
You did yourself a favor, KJ, by not getting into the animated line, because it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Real.
No, it seems that way.
It's a slippery slope. That's pretty much like what we have to cover for Turtles, and a good segue. Speaking of slippery slopes, they did also show off their gargoyles, which I mean, I think, Michael, I think you're gonna get them. KJ, are you doing gargoyles or not doing gargoyles?
I'm doing gargoyles. I did not get Thalog like Michael did, but I got Goliath, and I plan on getting nearly everyone else. The Thalog looks stunning, Michael. It really does.
Do you need Thalog? Because I've seen him several times in the store.
No, I had to be choosy because I'm getting stuff all over the place.
All right.
See, I'll try to be quick with this little story, but this wasn't supposed to arrive till next month. Okay, it randomly popped up on Amazon, so I threw in an order, canceled BBTS. I was like, at least I have more of a set date on this. I was like, we'll go with this.
Mm-hmm.
I've had Goliath sitting in my pile of loot for over 3 months. I'm in the other room talking to Gabby, and we happen to be next to our little device that hears everything you say. And I swear to God, the moment that I was telling her, I want to ship the pile of loot so I can at least get Goliath first, so Thylaug doesn't show up before him. I want to do it in the order that I ordered them. We spoke about something for about 5 minutes. I go back to my phone and I have a notification 5 minutes before of Amazon shipping Thylaug. 3 minutes after I shipped out my pile of loot. I was like, and it shows up a day later. I was like, you sons of bitches. It was random and I thought it was kind of fun.
That Alexa, she's a spy.
No doubt. No doubt.
Bezos is listening. Yes, so I am jealous that both of you are getting gargoyles. Me, much like you, KJ, I bowed out. I was looking at my budget. I was like, you know what? Space, money. I was like, because I was telling KJ prior to starting the show, I do Thundercats, as you know, from Super 7.
Yeah.
And I got a notification. They're about to hit my account for $490 for Wave 2 and for Wave 3.
Oh,
yeah, it's
two at once.
It's a horror. So, I mean, it's cool because it's like a windfall of toys all coming at once. Like I got Mumra.
It's gonna be an awesome package, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Like Mumra, Tigra, Monkey, and Snowman of Folk Mountain. You guys saw my Snow Meow custom that I made. He'll be waiting for Snowman to sit on him. So there's a lot of cool shit that's coming, but it's just, man, $490. It stings.
Yeah,
They're pretty
sure.
big. Those are big characters. Plus that Mumra, he's like huge. He's like, basically, I think he's the same size as that Goliath. Do you have him out of the box or no?
I do.
You do have him out of the box. Yeah, that wingspan, it's pretty much the same as like Mumra's cape span and how far his arms go, because he's about 9 inches tall, the Mumra ever living. Let's see.
We may have to edit this part out, and also, okay, that looks great.
Yep.
Yeah, he is big.
What would you say? That's probably about maybe like a 9-inch wingspan.
No, this was like well into like a good foot something.
Yeah, it's foot plus.
If you have them at that wing where they're fully out, because I'm right on my desk is like the measuring thing. I had like 10 figures lined up next to each other, just across from tip to tip. Like, holy crap, dude! None of them are going to be displayed until sometime next year when I've gotten a bunch of the closed wing sets, because one per shelf.
Diorama, perhaps. That would be good if you could get like a rooftop diorama or something too. That would be dope.
Yeah, I'm hoping the plan is at some point is this whole top part above camera to have like, from Galactus going straight down through Castle Grayskull up to, having all this stuff out in a cool little display.
Yeah, it's gonna be
and
great.
maybe fit one gargoyle up there.
So that's gargoyles. Also, we got they showed a Shaman Predator. Hey guys, one thing I forgot to mention before though, when I was about to get onto Predator, is that there is a Universal Monsters Michelangelo mummy figure that's coming out. I did see the Hunchback Leonardo, and I did see the Frankenstein Raphael. The Raphael I've seen in store before. I had it in hand. $36.99. I was like, I like it, but not for $36.99. It's a cool line for whoever wants to get into it. Their Universal Monsters are really cool. They're also doing that accessory set, which is like the sarcophagus, which, by the way, I may buy and use that for my Mumra. If they never do a Mumra scene, I could always use that to have Mumra go in that, which would be cool. And I'm thinking about doing that. But the Universal Monsters, Michelangelo's the mummy, looks pretty dope. Are you guys into that line at all? Like, are you into collecting that? I don't know any of us in the toy kind of mood that are collecting that. So I'm just wondering if maybe either of you are buying that. You are, Michael?
Yeah.
You're buying that. Okay, cool.
Yes, I really dig them.
You have the Raphael in hand right now?
Nope, I have that one's pre-order for sometime this month. I probably won't have it in hand for a couple months. I'm gonna let it sit in the pile of loot.
Okay.
But yeah, I got that one, Leo, and then I love Mikey's Ankh nunchucks in the mummy one. I really do dig those a lot. They were kind of a surprise to me when they were first announced. I really had no idea what that was going to mean. And I'm very impressed with those. And I love the Universal monsters. I'm also collecting NECA's Universal monsters,
Nice.
the black and white ones at least.
Nice.
So yeah, those are really cool. I'm looking forward to getting them in hand, but it'll be a little while for me.
Nice. Well, I mean, like at least those come out in a dribble, so like you're not hit over the head with a bunch of pre-orders all at once. But then I continue. I did leave that out, but just continuing what I was saying prior to our little break is that we had to mention the names of the gargoyles that are coming out. I said there was a bunch of gargoyles that I'm passing on. What's interesting is that they revealed Hudson, Lexington, Broadway, and Brooklyn. They revealed Demona last year. What's weird is they have not shown the mock-up for her yet, though. They showed. I mean, I think she was the second reveal after. I think it went Goliath, then Demona, and then I think obviously Thalog's a repaint of Goliath.
Right.
And so they never actually went and said that they were doing Thalog. He was just kind of like slipped under the radar. But then Demona is like kind of like, you would think we would have a package shot of her by now. We don't.
Right. Yeah, she's supposed to be the next one to go up for like availability, but I don't think. I haven't seen any the inbox shots. I don't think.
I have a guess of when she'll go up for pre-order. But we're gonna save that little juicy bit of tidbit because that's like the main attraction of what I'd love to talk about on the show. But we'll go through a few other things with NECA first, because this is all going to culminate with when we think we're getting these pre-orders, which you probably both know about already. That's a little interesting day that's going to happen in March. Whew, oh boy. All right. So there's the Predator reveals too. There's the Stoneheart Predator from the Concrete Jungle video game, which I have not played. Either of you played that game? You have played that game, Michael. You've not played that game?
Nope, I haven't played the game, but I know that character is that's a huge figure.
Do you know the retail of what they said that because like typically NECA does charge per gram of plastic, so the larger their figures are, the more money that they charge for them, which would make sense.
I wanna say like a 61 to 64 maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if I'm accurate, but I want to say that one's probably around that because I think the other one is more of your high 30s. I didn't pre-order them, so I'm not sure. I didn't look at the prices.
The Shaman Predator, I guess he's from Predator 2, the movie Predator 2.
Yeah,
I saw that once. There was there's the Predator 2, the one with Danny Glover.
Yeah.
From
good Predator.
I love that sucker.
Is there another Predator as well besides just the first one?
There's Predators, there's AVP Requiem, the Predator. There's a lot. There's a lot now.
Yeah.
But then that specific Predator is from Predator 2 with Danny Glover. Correct?
Yeah, the very last scene, you had like all these other Predators kind of show up, and Danny Glover, like, you know, you're a badass, here's an old school pistol. So they've released a couple of those literally on screen for a minute or two characters.
Yeah.
So super awesome.
Yeah, those are cool. For whoever's interested in them. Like I know that let's see. Concrete Jungle. Oh wow. Ooh, $58.99.
11 inches LEDs.
So then I would have seen it on BBTS, so it would have had that couple bucks higher.
Boy, that's expensive for a figure. But then again, you know, figures are going up. Mezco, you know, $100 a figure, usually $89.99, $110.99.
Yeah.
They also had another wave of the Defenders of the Earth, Lothar, Mandrake, and Garrix. I believe that's going along with the Phantom and Flash Gordon, right? That's the same wave. That's wave 2, I guess.
Yeah.
That. Again, another line I don't collect, but they do look cool. I was thinking about buying the Phantom and Flash Gordon in Ming, just because I did watch those movies and they were cool. I don't know a lot about them.
You think about getting the Defenders of the Earth or the original superhero reissues?
The original superhero reissues. Like
I would say, yeah.
The ones that look like dolls, the ones that are out right now.
Yeah, they're with those you'll get extra hands, extra accessories, and I think the structure of those are a bit more. They're not as problematic as the Defenders of the Earth, so they should move a little bit more. Phantoms in this closer look, So
Yep.
just my recommendation to you. But as for Defenders of the Earth, Mandrake, I'm looking at for a custom shadow.
Hmm.
That'll just be really easy to. I say easy, but if I can get a soft goods cape and a scarf, that's pretty much your shadow with that figure. So.
A cape and scarf. Do you know if they ever did 7-inch versions of the Green Hornet? Remember that Green Hornet movie that came out?
Yeah, well, like with Seth Rogen.
Yeah, there could be a cape and scarf with those figures. If
well, you can go to GPS lot on eBay, or
uh
you can go to maxbird.co online. There's a lot of places you can get soft goods.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the heads up.
yeah, I think they did make action figures for that. I don't know if they did them in like the classic style that we're used to right now. They might have just did them. When did that movie come out? Do you remember? It was like,
Goodness, like 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, so they
Yeah,
probably
I don't
use
recall.
the modern stuff that they're using now, like to make action figures. Then finally with Target, there's just like basically a mixed bag of other stuff. There's the Chucky and Tiffany. There's the dog thing, the dog creature from the
From
thing.
the thing. Yep.
And then of course, Michael's got behind him the Gremlins accessory pack.
Oh, very excited in this household for the Gremlins accessory pack.
I don't blame him. I would want it.
She wants her little army to have Rembrandt in front with his leggings doing his little flash dance bit around the studio. She's very excited. As if anybody watching doesn't know, the Gremlins are my wife's collection.
Yes.
And she is very, very, very excited about that accessory pack specifically for those freaking leg warmers, man.
Does she have all of the Gremlins like from the new batch too? Does she have Greta? Does she have
No, we're missing Greta, which unfortunately, at least on BBTS and those places, has been sold out or is like off the site now.
I saw
We're
her
missing
Target. I could have picked her up for you.
Yeah, at the time, it always depends on funds too. Like people have found like cool. Like I found a pizza monster. Somebody was like, "Oh, I was like, oh shit, I need one." And then another person hit me up with the Santa Gremlin that she was looking for, and I was just like, "Oh shit, I got to make a choice. Pizza monster? Or do I get? Oh, I'm gonna get her Gremlin." So it depends on the funds at the time. So we've missed a couple, but we're pretty happy with what we do
I have no
get.
problem picking them up for you though, Michael, and you just paying me at a later date.
Yeah, well then I'll let you know.
So yeah,
But she adores these things like with a
the
passion.
interwebs and tell me what you need and what Gabby needs, and I could keep them in your little pile of loot.
Nice.
Otherwise known as my bench in my mudroom.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
That's where Bobby's stuff usually sits in our house.
Nice.
Yeah, and there's the Toonie Terrors, the Halloween 3, the kids trick-or-treaters.
Yep.
The American Werewolf in London, and then that apparently sold out already. And that was on Tuesday.
And that was specifically the Ultimate Nightmare Demon, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And then that's really it as far as like what NECA has revealed.
Well, there's that one final little one at the end of this list that I'm actually very, very tempted to pick up, which would be that Elton John.
Yes. Oh yeah, Elton John live in 75.
Yeah, not just for love of music or anything of that particular nature, but that piano just looks freaking fantastic. And I was like, I kind of would like to have that freaking piano. Like that's really, really cool. So I don't know.
I could always throw that in like an X-Men diorama or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah. So now with all of those, since we don't really have a date for a lot of when those are going up for pre-order, I think we kind of do maybe have a little bit of a guess of a date when a lot of that stuff is going up for pre-order. We do know that the Usagi and Neutrinos are going up. I believe you said March 7th, Michael, for the it's a 2-week.
March 8th, I believe, for them.
Okay.
And then the 22nd should be when they do the Secret of the Use 4-pack and the accessory set, and Toka and Razor going back up.
Is the Haulathon. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh yeah.
Haulathon. So this Haulathon, like, yeah, I know sometimes like they always like gas it up Target always gasses it up as far as like, when they do the Funko-a-thon, Funko-palooza, and then they have like 6 to like 20 Funkos that all are Target exclusives. And I've gone before and I've looked and I'm like, this is, it's deflating, because you go there and you're just like, okay, well, there's Golden Girl cereal. I don't want it. Then there's like Rogan Wolverine Funko style socks. I bought them. I don't want it, but I bought them because I'm a whore. Now this is the Holathon, which they're saying that it's a collaboration between NECA and Target, and they've got a lot of different licenses that not too numerous to mention. I could read them off right now. I got Back to the Future. You have a couple new ones on there that they haven't done any yet. Is Elvira?
Done one.
They've done this. NECA's done one Elvira figure. All right.
Yep, one figure that's soon.
They've got Elf.
Yep.
I'm buying that. And then of course my favorite, RuPaul. And all I gotta say is if RuPaul's gonna have an action figure, she better work. She better work. Because for RuPaul, they had a Travesty of Justice ornament that came out for RuPaul this past. She was an internet meme for about a good month. And then that sad Christmas ornament that she never licensed. It's just basically like RuPaul having a stroke. She was like, I was like, wow,
horrible.
That's crazy. It's so crazy.
Well, if they put the same amount of effort into that figure as they did the Elvira license and likeness and such, I don't think you'll have an issue with that being a good figure.
Well, it sucks for me
if they're doing a regular one.
Now I got to buy an Elvira. I have to buy an Elf. I have to buy a RuPaul. That on top of every other damn Ninja Turtles thing that they're going to put up there too. And Michael, that's probably when they're going to announce our Sewer Lair playset and most likely our van. Apparently, Randy
awesome.
Everybody's just walking around with a couple $1,000s in their bank accounts.
Oh yeah, we all hopped on the.
It's like, they can afford it. Why? Oh well, we'll give them a 2-week pre-order. I was like, you're giving us a 2-week pre-order for 100 things. Like, makes sense.
It's just 3 things out of whack, man, and they're just super, like an army builder, like like here. You probably want a bunch of these, but 10 days.
It's not.
I'm thankful. I'm still thankful for it, but yeah, it's a lot of stuff for the month of March being put up on the NECA store to pay for while they're doing a whole month of 4 weeks into April of, and then that might lead into another April thing like they did last year.
Oh yeah, by the way, April's my birthday, guys. So if you want to like pre-order me something and send it my way, that's I'm not gonna be mad about that.
Noted.
What are you guys hopeful for, by the way, for the Holathon, KJ?
I'm just keeping my eyes open. If there's some really cool surprises, NECA has some really interesting stuff. Like I was just talking about kit bashing a Shadow custom. They roll out with the Shadow. I will grab that sucker, right? Shout out to Alf. Shout out to Alf Tales. It's like, let's we'll see what happens. I think they'll have fun with it. Hopefully it just won't be weird stuff. It's like Alan Quatermain in the City of Gold. Like what? Why? Like that kind of thing. It's like, let's, hopefully they'll just focus on the fun stuff. We'll see. I got high hopes though. Yeah.
Hopefully it's gonna be weird stuff. Meanwhile, we're getting RuPaul and Alf. I'm just like, past the point of weird.
He's like, yes, Alf, but no weird stuff.
We're like past the point of weird, KJ. Like we're gonna get a RuPaul action figure and an Alf action figure. Like we've passed weird.
Yeah, it's the obvious place. Yeah, definitely.
The East Cats,
So weird. It's like, what the fuck? But I'm just like, and then because they're doing it, it's just like, well, I mean, I have to have it. Michael, what are you hopeful to see? Besides besides what we think we're getting, like, do you have any like wish list or like possibilities that, obviously we hope Turtle Van, a Sewer Lair playset, which we're not able to afford at the same time, we're hoping to see them. But
right.
do you have any wish lists?
The very primary wish list was I hope that I can get the thing that it is that I want if they make something available, because I don't know how exclusive or what things are going to be.
Yeah.
I don't really have any wish lists outside of, I really like just being surprised by things. So I don't always want to know. It's just cool to find out, like, oh, guess what's coming. It's just like, oh shit, get me super excited so that I want to run off and purchase that thing immediately. If I have too much time to think about it, they may not get my purchase.
Yeah, I mean, like, part of me is like crossing my fingers for not instant selling too, because certain. Sorry, you're saying.
Oh, my bad. No, it feels like they are putting out a fairly decent quantity of items. I see a lot of restocks of stuff overall, making things available on the website. So I'm hoping that this will kind of be like, hey, you've got some time, and I know this is like, if it's like this possible animated turtle 4-pack or that other item, the Bebop Rocksteady, Super Bebop Rocksteady.
Yeah, the Super Rocksteady and Ultimate Bebop.
Yeah. They're like, if that's exclusive, it's like cool because you don't need it or what have you. It's just like no big deal. But if I want it, I do want to at least have the opportunity to be able to grab it. But yeah, that'd probably be about it for me. Let them surprise me and want me to give them my money as always.
Well, to the victor goes the spoil. So like every collector for himself. Let's good luck to you.
Hope for the best.
Yes, hope for the best, guys. Moving on to the other reveals besides NECA, that pretty much wraps up our NECA segment of the show. We've got Storm Collectibles, the fighting game character reveals. Now, I don't know. I mean, I know about Guilty Gear because I played it with Travis, and I kick his ass on the regs when we play that game. Like he intentionally bought a PlayStation and an Xbox to buy video games for me to kick his ass with.
Nice.
The funniest things about me moving in here, he had gotten the X-Men versus Street Fighter arcade game. KJ, you played it before over here, right? You've seen it. And then it's just he can't beat me at it because I use my winning combo Ryu and Storm every time. He's like, "Well, you're cheating." I'm just like, you actually cannot cheat at a video game.
It's not cheating.
You cannot.
Definitely not cheating.
Because I know their moves. And because I execute those moves properly each time I play, that's not cheating. He's just like, well,
it might be spamming, but you're not cheating.
Yeah, he's like, well, use other characters. And I will admit, when I use other characters, sometimes, yes, he does beat me. But I'm saying, let me use Storm and Ryu, and he's not going to win. That's it. But yes, Storm Collectibles. KJ, you do have some Storm Collectibles.
Yeah.
Can you walk us through Storm Collectibles? Because
yes, Storm Collectibles is straight out of Hong Kong. They do a lot of video game licenses. For example, here's World Heroes Perfect, Fuma Kotaro. Even though I personally am not familiar with this video game, I loved the effects, and you'll see these here. In particular, I got this effect for a character we'll be talking about momentarily. But I got the Street Fighter stuff, the Mortal Kombat stuff. There are, extra heads, extra hands. So you get your money's worth with a lot of these, especially if you're really into video game action figures. So I think what we have first up, shout out to GVO, by the way, our in-house video game tournament that we played over Casa del Wish. But we have.
Thank you for calling it Casa Wish and not Casa Moody. I appreciate
well, you guys play Have the Rent, right? So it's like it's about have yours. It's like it's Schrodinger's apartment. It's like maybe it's this or then it's that. But
there will be another GVO tournament in April probably, or end of March, by the way. So please do come.
But once again, the fighting game figs, Soul Bad Guy from Guilty Gear Strive. Looks pretty ferocious. We also have Paul Phoenix from Tekken 7 with the high top fade, taking it all the way back to the 90s with it. Looks pretty cool. But of course, my bread and butter is Mortal Kombat, specifically this Mortal Kombat 3 Liu Kang. Now we've been waiting on Liu Kang for a very long time. Scorpion's pretty hard to get now. There he is.
Nice.
So this one's probably going to have a lot of goodies. We have photos from other toy fairs where you had the Liu Kang figure with his dragon animality. That looks pretty massive. But that's essentially, I got this Fuma Kataro just so I could use that fire dragon effect with Liu Kang.
Nice.
It's gonna be dope. I can't wait. But we're just getting little glimpses and teases. So we'll see. Yeah, we're gonna see when they're gonna be up and available. And then closing it out from King of Fighters '98 is the Blue Mary, which is a really looks like it's gonna be a pretty good, well done female fighting action figure. Try saying that 3 times fast. But but if I can get it for a good price, maybe if it's on sale at GameStop. Sometimes GameStop has fantastic sales on these Storm collectibles. Yeah, there she is. And I believe King of Fighters also has a new game, King of Fighters 15, that's going to be out on Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So I think just launched last week. Yeah, so it's going to be a really cool time if you're into video games and getting those figures in plastic. Storm Collectibles, straight up Bluefin brands, they got you covered. There's some pretty cool stuff.
We've got a couple here. I believe Travis does have a Scorpion, and I have a Ryu from because Ryu is my boy. I got him a discount actually. Like he was originally $80. I got him for $29.99 in the Big Bad Toy Store sale.
Okay.
So
nice.
That was.
I gotta put my eyes back in my socket for that. I'm like $29.99. I paid $80 for Ryu, so I'm like, okay,
that's a good price.
It was, yeah. I was like, oh, scoop, sold out in 5 minutes too. Got an alert. It was like scoop, boop, pile of loot, boom.
Nice.
So thank you for that information, KJ, because I don't really know a lot about Storm Collectibles. I know very little about video games. I just know that whenever Moody throws them on, I just I play with them, kick his ass, go back in my room. Have you had enough yet, sir? You also something we can touch on, the Boss Fight Studios. They've got their Popeye Classics coming out. I believe it's Wave 3. It's Poop Deck Pappy with Pookie Jones, the Sea Hag with the Vulture and Jay Wellington Wimpy. I don't have the Boss Fight Studios Popeye figures. Again, more stuff I'd like to get. But space and money. They're cool for who's ever interested in them. I did during the Rona, as you guys probably know, I showed it in the chat. I did treat myself to Pro 5 Studios Inspector Gadget. I got that whole wave. They actually never did Dr. Claw in that wave, which was odd. It was a glaring omission because you would figure you'd put the big bad along with the heroes. They never did them. But yeah, I would love to get those Popeye figures because I did watch Popeye as a kid. I'm assuming you both watched Popeye as a kid. They look great. They look like they stepped right out of the cartoon. It's just I don't have the space.
Yeah.
Money, and Boss Fight Studios is another one of those high-end collectible companies that they're not going to charge you $19.99 for a Popeye figure.
I did have some interest, though, at least more on the same kind of level of interest of these look really cool, but I probably wouldn't be able to jump in on them, which is the, and forgive me if I say it wrong, but it was like the Saurozoic line of an original IP that Boss Fight is doing.
I've heard of it.
That are like these, they're like these dinosaur creatures with like these sci-fi gear and stuff. Mm-hmm. And the one in particular that caught my eye was a Stegosaurus that looked like a roided up Skeksis from the Dark Crystal with like a minigun. And I'm like, I would buy that. That looks really cool. But I just saw something about that earlier today. I saw a couple pictures and I was like, see, I can't add more, but props to you guys for like making cool shit.
Something, Michael, I'm gonna tell you, you put some bad energy out in the air just now by saying something. Now Boss Fight's going to start doing Dark Crystal action figures.
Son of a bitch.
So you know what that means, because you just did that, you just spoke the evil out. Now
I did.
Now you
And
and
then
now you and I are fucked because they do Dark Crystal action figures.
yeah, and I know the person
Third
who would make
job.
sure that
I
every
gotta get-
single one made it into the house.
I gotta get a third job. Yep, third job for me, selling a kidney. Actually, you know what I'm probably gonna do? I'll probably take Travis's Black Series figures and sell them on eBay, and then I'll be able to buy my Dark Crystal figures with.
You know, I'm not gonna lie, but like what my paper is sitting on right now is 3 full boxes worth of Black Series figures that have been put back in the box with the potential of, you know, do I really need all of these? Am I going to continue to collect that particular line outside of picking and choosing a couple characters I like? I don't really like what they're doing as that section of the studio. So I'm like, so I don't know. I might be able to get more stuff because I might just get rid of like 40 Star Wars figures.
Henson fan, you are, KJ. Are you into like the Henson properties, the Muppets, the Fraggles?
I love all that stuff. I was going to get my hands on the Diamond Select Muppets, bring on Dark Crystal, all that stuff. I just have to, it's going to take I have a collection that's going to take time. That's just going to take time to really commit to, because I call myself Black Genghis for a reason. I'm like uniting all the toy tribes under one golden flag, but without the genocide, basically. And so I much love to Jim Henson, much love to that Creature Shop and all the stuff they were doing back in the day. Still RIP to Jim Henson. My heart's still with that dude and his family and just the work that sculpted my childhood out of. But yeah, I have not gotten a lot of the Henson stuff yet, outside of the Turtle movie fakes from NECA, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to put this last bit of evil out there. Michael, imagine if they do like the Chamberlain's throne room with his throne and like the crystal, and then like this where they're sucking the essence out of the Gelflings, and or they do like ogre, like, you know, like diorama with that like orb that like sees it, like I'd shit, dude, because I'd have to buy it and they would make it huge.
Hey, we're just summoning stuff. Okay, like boss fight's gonna have. Go ahead.
Gabby's best friend, like longest oldest friend, works for Jim Henson, so like she has got to sit in that seat. And if they like, this lady is our friend Bleep Loop Shop, she's worked on the new Fraggle Rock, so you know, very big Henson fans. If they did any of that, I would have to get another job because I couldn't pass that up, man.
Dude, like when I say I'm an X-Men whore, I can make a mild confession. I'm a Henson whore. Yeah, I mean, like, and KJ is hilarious. He's like, we're just summoning things. I was like, yeah, we're just.
Then let's do it, man. Go all in.
We're pulling things to the left field, but here's the thing. This is what I'm going to tell you. If Randy Fox is making Alf figures and RuPaul figures, one of those studios out there is like, let's get the Dark Crystal license.
Yeah, Diamond Select's going to do Labyrinth. We're probably going to get who's going to do the Storyteller? Who's going to do all those creatures from Storyteller? It's going to be someone good, someone that we can trust. There's a lot
all
out
those
there.
Studios are pretty good. Like, I'm going to be honest, like, you know, of course there's the big two. There's Hasbro and Mattel, but these smaller companies like NECA and like McFarlane and Super 7, like they do tug at my heartstrings. They broke me in. You know, with Thundercats, I was like, every time, like, and so the testament was when I got Wave 3 in hand of the Thundercats, I was like, man, you know, I hope that Brian and company knocks it out of the park, because like I've got a few of their figures from when they did the Filmation line, continued out with that. The plastic looked a little shiny, it felt a little cheap, but then to get that Slithe figure in hand, I'm like, WTF. Holy effing shit. I was just like, if they could keep the quality of this Slithe figure for every wave they do, I mean, I'm not going to say how much I'm willing to spend because I'm sure Brian's listening, but I mean, yeah, I'm not.
Don't put that evil on us.
No, don't put that evil out there, yeah. But just, that's it. Any other things you guys want to mention as far as Toy Fair? There is going to be a GI Joe show because they are going to be doing a guys. It's tomorrow, right?
The Hasbro live stream is tomorrow, the 40th anniversary.
Tomorrow, it's on Thursday.
Yeah, and then
I'm very excited for it. I'm excited for what Emily and Lenny have to show us. And maybe
did you see the photo of Lenny carting all the vintage Joe stuff out of the Hasbro offices?
I'm about to pull it up. It's great.
Dude, it's he looks so happy.
They're so happy.
Posted it on Instagram, and it's just like some vintage stuff from their archives. And he's just pushing this cart, and he's got the biggest smile on his face. It made me so excited for tomorrow's show because I love those two so much.
Oh wow! Holy shit! Look at that.
Let's look at some of the stuff they got here. It's like
that's
gonna
a
be
big ass box.
Yeah, it's
that big ass box. Could have one single thing in it. Who knows?
Yeah. Shout out to Emily. Shout out to Lenny. They're so great.
I love those two.
Yeah.
The joy they've put into this line.
Yeah, man.
Like these people that are out there like fighting for the collector like us, they're basically like the toy equivalent of what Feige and Jon Favreau are doing with the Star Wars universe. I was like, thank you for saving childhood. Thank you very much. If I were to see you, when I see Emily and Lenny, hopefully there'll be a Comic-Con this year, and maybe either of them or one of them will be at Comic-Con. I think I might need to buy them a drink. I think I probably do.
I feel that.
And it's mirrored. And if you'd like, I'll buy them one in your name as well, Michael, if you can't come.
Absolutely.
We'll get them nice and drunk. They could start revealing shit like left and right and summon. to quote KJ's words, they'll be summoning things left and right.
Yeah, give us a couple years of input. I'll take it. Just keep me excited.
So yeah, they're going to be doing Travis and Company will be doing a GI Joe 4th anniversary show wrap up, the Welcome to the Terror Drum episode 3. And then yours truly, Mr. Kevin Wish, I will be hosting a Girl Kind of Mood, where we delve into the relevance of female action figures and what they mean to the fandom over the years and like where they're headed. And sometimes they are the sleeper hit of a wave, particularly with Marvel Legends. Yeah, that's what's on the horizon. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add before we wrap this up?
Just shout out to the Grant Gustin Flash figure from the CW show. That's going to be.
By the way, almost. Thank you for catching that. McFarlane will be having his own Toy Fair reveals this weekend, Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
There is a Grant Gustin Flash figure reveal that he did show yesterday on Tuesday. And I probably believe that there would be other reveals going forward today, tomorrow, probably Friday, going into the weekend with McFarlane.
Yeah, he's alluded to some Spawn stuff and some more DC. Shout out to McFarlane's Side Eye apparently being like the #1 selling toy brand by like volume this year, like massive success. I don't particularly collect them anymore, but it is quite the feat, I think. So, good for him.
I do collect the Spawn figures, the new ones, because as a kid I never had them, and so I pre-ordered. I think he's called Soul Catcher, and She Spawn and Jaguar. Jaguar, yes, I did.
Yeah,
those. I did see the She Spawn in hand, but the box is very damaged. I keep mine in box. But she looks really dope.
She's a great character. I still read the book every month. I read all of that line, and it's a good series. I'm not going to say great because I read some great stuff, but it's cool to see the Spawn toys still kicking.
I'm really looking forward to what McFarlane's got to show us coming up soon. So without further ado, do you want to throw up a handle, KJ?
Instagram.com/BlackGingus. Especially with the Joe stuff on the horizon, I got to come back out of retirement, and there's going to be some fun stuff coming up. It's going to be great.
Please do. We miss you. We miss you on the interwebs. And then Michael.
You can find me personal account, Twitter, The Sleepless or @Valade, on Instagram, Sleepless Gamer, and then I also run the Toy Kind of Mood Twitter. And as I say in every episode that I'm on, please hit me up there. I enjoy it. It's fun. Everybody that I interact with is awesome. And yeah, I think that about covers it. I don't use the other account.
We appreciate what you do for the show, Michael. Again, thank you for that and for running the Twitter account for Toy Kind of Mood.
Absolutely. It's fun.
I'm Kevin Wish. I don't have any handles because I'm antisocial. I am on Twitter.
Smart man.
I am on Facebook, but as a ghost. And I don't do the gram because that's something for you kids to get involved in. I'm not for the gram. But you can find me here in Toy Kind of Mood. And as I had said, I will be hosting a show where we speak of all things female related to the action figure industry. Please do catch that probably within the next month. We'll be doing that for Women's History Month in March.
Nice.
I'm Kevin Wish. I've got my co-host, Kevin J. Johnson, and Michael Valade. It's episode 5 of Toy Kind of Mood. Peace out, y'all.
See you in the toy aisles.
See you in the toy aisles.